the term landfill, obviously you've embraced it for the new album. Yeah, what's your take on it? What's your thinking behind that?
Uh, it was fun. We were on that landfill list. Was it Vice that did it, or
Yeah, yeah, that's what kind of like cemented it all, wasn't it? Or some kind of thing.
yeah, it came up, and I was like, why didn't we just? We were struggling with the name. Um, and the record is kind of like about things being quite transient and things, everything that you end up. I mean, what we were talking about with awards and shit. I mean, it is all just at the end. It's like the nicest meal you eat will just turn into shit 4 hours later. You know what I mean? It's like everything on that sort of the natural entropy of the world. So I thought it's quite funny because actually landfill indie, I mean, it's a comment on the music, isn't it? It's all, there's so much of it and it all just felt, you can imagine it all piling up because it's just too much and no one can even take it all in and it's all just shit and it all just goes in a big pile. But then that's pretty much true about absolutely everything at some point. And we thought that's a good combo because we're looking for a name that kind of gets that over and it's kind of like reclaiming the what when I first heard landfill indie as a term, I was like, is that what they're going to call the era of music that we were in? Oh, they've given, oh, it's a bad one. Oh, they gave a bad name for our music, not like prog rock or it's like basically shit, this shit, a big pile of steaming shit. That's what we're going to give. We've come up with this name cleverly, probably at the Melody Maker or the NME, that means it's all shit. And how hilarious that is as a title, writing off everybody's hard work as just a pile of old shit.
Well,
But
people, to be fair, people from NME have said that yeah, they let bands down by not coming up with a better term. That's what
because did they come up with landfill indie?
I think. I don't know who came up with it. I don't think it was NME in the end. I think it was someone else, and it kind of just captured everything in it because
Yeah.
there's no better term.
It's fine because it's true. I mean, but it's true about everything, but rather than it just being about that one particular genre of music. Even David Bowie is gonna everyone's gonna forget who he was. Maybe it'll take 500 years, maybe it'll take 1,000. I don't think he's got the longevity of the Buddha. I think he might, but he might have the longevity of, like, let's say, I don't know, like somebody from like Napoleon, let's say, something like that. But if an outstretch, but there will be a day, the last day that someone says his name, and then he will also be consigned to the massive landfill. I mean, I'm not picking him out because I have anything against David Bowie. I love David Bowie.
Overrated.
No,
Overrated.
well, yeah, but that's true
Didn't
about
really put
everyone.
the effort in. Could have written a few more songs.
Yeah, hit a few more hits. But do you know what I mean? So I thought it just kind of captured. It was a good thing to talk about because it did actually mean something, and also it's kind of funny.